What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of CTRL the Narrative. Very, very special episode, probably the most important episode yet. As I'm sure you've heard, today it's Monday, so yesterday was Sunday. Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash. And for whatever reason, it's just still not registering with me. It's just something that you hear, and I got a text from my brother. It was in a group text with me and my mom, and he's like, Kobe died in a helicopter crash. And I just I couldn't believe it. Kobe is a dude who I always thought was invincible, and I'm sure a lot of other people did too, just coming back from that Achilles and just coming up clutch time and time again. You just look at some people and he'll live on forever, his legacy and all that, but it's just crazy. You literally cannot make this shit up with his daughter and then his daughter's teammates and their parents and everything like that. So really, 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 really sad story, tragedy, and all this shit. Just want to tell a quick story before we bring on the guest. In 2009, Carmelo Anthony and the Denver Nuggets played Kobe and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. And the Nuggets were down 3-2. They were playing in Denver, and Kobe he was just Kobe. He had that Mamba mentality. He was doing the Kobe face like this, and ever since that game, that was the closest Melo ever came to winning a championship. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. So I always kind of resented Kobe after that, and hated him on the court because he stopped Melo from getting what I thought Melo deserved. So yeah, but as his career kind of went on, and you saw his work ethic. I remember watching that documentary where he was coming back from the torn Achilles, and just seeing his work ethic and just his mindset. Really into psychology, and just there's not many people on earth with the drive, the dedication, and just the mentality that he had. So just gained so much respect for him, and obviously all the shit he did on the court, that's kind of secondary at this point. Leaving behind 3 daughters and a wife. So, with that intro, I'm going to bring on a guy named DQ, who people told me was the biggest Kobe fan on Twitter. So, DQ, what's going on, dude? How you feeling?
Man, what's going on? Man, just like I told you, just, day to day with it, man. It's not something you think you can just man, you can just get through it,
Right.
just okay, brush it off, man. This is one of those things that kind of just, hit home. So, just trying to take it day by day, man.
All right, so DQ, I want to ask you your reaction to the news yesterday. Where were you? What were you doing? And just kind of what were your thoughts as soon as you heard?
Oh, man, it was Sunday, right? So I was just it's just a chill Sunday for me, I usually don't work on weekends. So I was just, chill Sunday. I'm just, cleaning up, washing clothes and, just playing 2K. I actually was playing with, Kobe and the all-time Lakers and stuff like that, playing online and stuff. So my brother, he came to the house, man. He just bro, he was standing in front of the TV. I'm like, man, what are you doing, bro? What's going on? And then at the same time, my phone is going crazy as well. But I'm in the middle of a game, and it's kind of a close game, so I'm not trying to lose or anything.
Yeah.
And so I call a timeout, and I just check my phone, and I kind of just see the name Kobe. I just kind of glance, and then I see a lot of texts saying are you okay and stuff like that. So I was just trying not to put 2 and 2 together. And then my brother said, man, Kobe, he's gone. And I'm just bro, it's where's the joke? The joke and stuff. And so I knew it was for real because my mom had called, and then she said, did you hear the news? And then it was just man, just kind of choked up and just man, I couldn't. It was I lost somebody that was close, real close to me, a relative or something, somebody that, I've known all my life. So I was man, hearing the news is just, it kind of just broke me, man. I just, that the rest of that Sunday, like I just, sat in that same spot on the couch, man, just like, just really just, man, just crying, man. Like I just couldn't hold back the tears, man. It was just like that. It hit home that hard for me, just like I never like, kind of like cried over like, a celebrity or just you'd be like, oh man, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But like this one just kind of just like hit home and just like, man, for real, like Kobe. And just even to like right now, man, at this time and hour, I just still don't feel like
Right.
it's real. Like, like, man, really like Kobe, like out of all people, just like Kobe, he's gone.
Yeah.
And then this is like the night just, after LeBron just passed him in points and stuff like that. And then for him just to be gone the next day, I'm still just trying to register it all in my mind,
Sure.
honestly, man. So it's tough,
Yeah, for sure.
real tough, real tough.
So I want to just kind of go back however many years and just kind of understand your background with Kobe. How did you become a Kobe fan in the first place?
Oh man, I don't think I had well, really, I didn't even have a choice, man. Like my whole like dad side of the family, man, there was like Laker fans growing up, watching, Magic and Magic and Bird,
Yep.
Kareem, James, all those guys, and even like from my baby pictures, man, like I used to have like little Laker jerseys and stuff on. So it's like I just kind of like was like born into the purple and gold family, man. And so like as I like got older and stuff and started, playing sports and stuff like that, just Kobe, the one just like kind of stuck out to me, having the fro and stuff like that, man, it all just, it just resonated with Kobe, and, and as I got older and kind of like understood the, the person behind the player, that's like this guy that just out there just, killing people and then giving them a crazy look and like the Mamba stare and the Mamba
Yep.
face and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like knowing as I got older and knowing the background and just knowing the passion, it just kind of like made me love Kobe more as a player and as a person. So like man, it dates all the way back to like man, like knee high days, man. So like I just been around the Lakers and then just Kobe all the way up. He played 20 years, so like that's most like my whole life. So it's like man, that's all I know is Kobe and the Lakers, and like that's all I know. So nothing
Word.
else. So nothing else, man.
Word. You kind of touched on it a little bit with you all the way when you were a baby wearing Lakers stuff and everything, but
Yeah.
growing up, what did Kobe kind of mean to you? Obviously, you were a huge fan and kind of born into
Hmm.
all that, like you mentioned, but what did it mean to be a fan of Kobe or just have Kobe on the Lakers?
Man, it was really just like man, my idol, man. It's like that's who I grew up watching. Just like seeing him, just like win and win those championships and stuff, man. Just like it kind of like gave me that motivation to go out and do the things that I wanted to do, man. And just seeing him, just like just kill people on the court, like
Yeah.
like just kill them on the court. It just like gave me that passion to like just and go to do the same things like when I played basketball, practicing turnaround, jumpers and stuff like that.
Fade.
And, just, practicing my fadeaways and everything, man, and trying to just dunk on, I couldn't even dunk at the time, but just seeing Kobe just, dunk and take off and, between the legs, behind the back, everything. It just, everything that he did, I kind of try to like just imitate, and so that's why he was like kind of an idol to me. Well, he was like my only idol, in sports. So it's just like everything that Kobe did, it just fell back on me. So
So you didn't like baseball, you weren't a football fan, like it was basketball and it was Kobe for you.
it was just basketball, Kobe. Like it's like I could play the other sports, and like I played the other sports for sure, but it's just like basketball. It was just like man, it's like basketball, Kobe and the Lakers, and like it until like when I got a little older to like understand like the dynamics in sports that I, branched off to the other sports and, became a fan
Gotcha.
and things like that. But basketball was just like my first love. And man, just like, I think like the first thing that I know that I would probably like picked up, as, a younger guy growing up. So it's just like, basketball was just always my first love. And then being my dad, was a huge basketball fan, and my dad played basketball. My granddad played basketball. All the brothers played basketball. So that's kind of like all that I, knew. So that's Kobe. That's what Kobe was to me, man. It was everything.
I want to ask you about Kobe's mentality. It's been called the Mamba mentality. How has that, if at all, kind of affected you? I know, again, you said it a little bit about how, his mindset and his drive and everything forced you to want to do better and anything that you did, but can you just like talk a little bit more about Kobe's mind and his mentality and how it affected you in your life?
Oh man, Kobe's mentality, man, it's like probably like the best thing that I can really, say about that has got me this far, man. It's just like the Mamba mentality, man, goes, just deeper than the court, man. It's just like having that determination, having that drive, trying to, perfect your craft, and man, just knowing that things and like reading stories about Kobe, like getting up at 3, 4 in the morning, getting up like 400 or 500 shots
Yeah.
before the first person even comes to the gym.
Yep.
It's just like, man, I'm in college and stuff, and it's like this 8 a.m. class, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to get up, but it's like then I'll just be like, what would Kobe do? Kobe would be already, doing a workout, and then he will go to class and then go back to another workout
Yeah.
after class. So, that's just kind of like, his drive and just like, just on, honing your craft and just, if you're going to do something, just put 110% in effort in, and then, you'll reap the benefits. And that's like what he did throughout his career. He put the time in, and, he has the accolades to, back it up. So, once you have a proven strategy, you can, apply that to different, different aspects and part of your life. So,
Yeah, I think I probably think it's probably the most impressive thing about him, just because like it wasn't like he was at the gym early 1 or 2 days. Like this dude was consistently, reportedly, this is what all the players say and
consistent
everything. Every fucking time he was at the gym before
every time.
everybody else. I read something that I don't know if AI said it or it was a story from AI or whatever, but AI and Kobe were, what was it? I think it was All Star Weekend, or was it the first time Kobe went to Philly, or the first time AI
Yeah,
went
it's the
to
first.
LA?
Yeah, it's the first time they met in their rookie season,
That's
and
what it was. Yeah.
yeah, and AI, Kobe had asked him, he's going to the club and stuff, and then, Kobe said, "Man, I'm going to the gym,"
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So it's just like it's like stories like that where I don't know, man. I feel like so many people could use that, including myself. Just passing up on other things and doing what you need to do before doing what you want to do, and just
Mhm.
for like we said, for Kobe to do that for 20 fucking years, man. It's not like
20.
he did this 1 or 2 times. Like that's why this dude was one of the greatest players of all time, because he consistently did that. And I've tried to been implement. I've trying. Hold up. I've tried to implement something like that in my life. Just that mentality of fucking reading books about it, and like nothing seems to be working, and
uh,
it makes me admire him even more, just because he's been like that since what, he was 17, probably even younger,
yeah,
when he decided I want to be in the NBA and I want to be one of the greatest ever. So
hmm
yeah,
yeah, and saying
crazy
he
man.
wants. Yeah, he said it's gonna be better than Mike, and just like having that mentality, like man, if I just put the work in, man, then I'll be able to reap good benefits, man. So
Yeah.
that's what the Mamba mentality is all about to me, man. And it kind of it guided me through just like my whole like high school, college, and post college. So it's just like the Mamba mentality is like it's like a proven thing, man. So it's like you put the extra work in, and the late nights, and man, you'll see good benefits, man. And just you know it's just man, kind of get stuck up on words, man.
Yeah,
Just talking about it and thinking about it, man.
yeah.
Kobe meant that, he meant that much, to me. So it meant that much, man, for
Right.
real.
Another question I want to ask you is, this is kind of a big debate
Mhm.
when Kobe retired, and kind of after, people still talked about it a little bit, but I figured I'll bring it up again. I see you
Mhm.
rocking the number 8 jersey.
Yeah.
So I was just curious to know if you fuck with 8 Kobe or 24 Kobe more.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
And why?
Um, man, I'll say, I'll say I have to, if I just had to choose, it'll be 24. I'll say 24 because, early on in his career, he had won a certain way. He had Shaq, and, it was like the whole debate, Kobe can't win without Shaq,
Yeah, yeah.
this and that. And then, he went through the period, you know, didn't really have much, but, it was kind of in his prime. And, gave up the 3-1 series lead to the Suns. I vividly remember that. And then when he just transformed to 24, he was just like a pure assassin, man. It's just like you know you can have hand in the face, two hands, double team, triple team. He was just like an assassin on the court, man, and just like he knew, like he had like enough like game knowledge and stuff, man, to where he was just like just like I think just better than everybody, man. And then those two championships they won in 9 and 10, it kind of like it hit differently than the other ones because like I like understood the game more at
Right.
that time period. So seeing him win those two, championships, after all that he went through in that period after Shaq left, I feel like they, meant a little more and he had to, work, do things differently. He was the quote unquote alpha dog. It was just him, no Shaq, you know what I'm saying? So it was like he had to lead and should like show the world like, man, I can win and this, do this and that. So I feel like I have to go with 24 just because of that reason. Like those
Yeah.
championships, watching those championships and even losing to Boston that first time and then I'm coming back and, just going back to back. So, it kind of like, it means more to me because I saw, and felt the losses and then come back, then just to see him come back and then just win too, it kind of, means more to me. So if I do, I have to go with 24. But I just wore number 8 today for the, nostalgia. So.
And also, you were saying about those two championships in 9 and 10. I
Mm,
think also it was extra important and special because when Shaq left, he won with
mm.
Miami, and what was it, '06?
Yeah, he won
So,
one. He
so
won
people were
one.
saying like, "Yo, Kobe really might not be able to do with Shaq. Shaq did with
Yeah,
Kobe, and Shaq left and did it with Wade." So, I feel like there was even that much more pressure for Kobe to like
yeah,
do it on his own.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it was like that whole thing, and then just like he couldn't get any MVPs, and it was just like, man, that was just like, man, is Kobe really who we thought he was?
Right.
So like, those two championships kind of like solidified him as like, one of the top 10 player to me all
Yeah,
time, top 10 all time.
for sure. Just want to know if you remember the 2009 Western Conference Finals, which was
Oh
really
yeah,
it was
yeah,
really the NBA Finals because whoever was coming out of that series was winning it all. So,
yeah,
what do
yes,
you remember
yes.
from that series? What do you remember about Kobe versus Melo, or just kind of that dynamic?
Man, that whole series, man, was a dog fight, man. This is like a dog
Facts.
fight. And this was like that series, like I kind of like grew like you know, a everlasting respect for Melo, man. Just him as a competitor, and just us, like the Lakers just stopping Melo from like his best chance at a ring,
That was the
So
closest he ever got.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, the closest he's ever got, man. So it's like, man, it was just like a dog fight, man, and just like you only can like just respect and appreciate good basketball. So it was like one of the better series I've ever watched. And like, just coming out, just saying like, man, whoever comes out of this series, man, it's like that,
Yeah,
that's who's gonna
it's a
win. So
wrap.
it's
Yeah,
like, and just facing another good team like the Nuggets at that time period, man. It was just like, good for me as well. It's just like, man, just as far as like, rising up to a competition and man, just beating the best of the best, man. Just like back then, the West was a dogfight. So I mean, like, to come out for Kobe to come out, on top, those 2 years, man, he had to go through some stuff, man, just to get there. So,
yeah,
man, I respect Melo, man, forever, and that's why I like kind of, when he was out the league and stuff like that, man, I was like, man, I remember, man, Melo, giving Kobe his all, man,
yeah,
and even when he was with the Knicks, and it was somewhat like he had like this amount of points with like all twos or something like that, or something like that. So when he was with the Knicks and they played the Heat or something like
Oh
that,
yeah,
just
yeah.
remember
50,
like
50 points on all jumpers. No
yeah,
points in the paint.
yeah, yeah, just like the straight jumpers, like man, you can't. It's like man, you telling me this guy is
Yeah,
is not in the league anymore? So man, that 2009 series was like one of the best, and it's like man, I still go back and watch it, and just to look at the battles and just Melo going at Kobe and Kobe going at Melo, and it was just like man, one of the all-time great series to me, man,
yeah, for
for
sure.
sure,
And
for sure.
I think, like you said, we both kind of said it meant so much to Kobe just to get to the finals and win it that year because of everything with
Mm.
Shaq and just all the shit that was going on. So that dude was on a mission. Like I wrote a piece on my website. I don't even know if I remembered it in the beginning of this, if I mentioned it in
Uh-huh.
the beginning of this podcast, but yeah, I wrote a piece and was just talking about how there was nothing that nobody could do to stop this man. Like he was winning it. Didn't matter what the Nuggets tried throwing at him. They threw Kmart on him. They threw Melo on him. They threw Dante Jones on him, who was fucking tripping him and shit like that. I don't know if you remember that. Dante
Yeah,
Jones
yeah.
tripping him and being a dirty ass player. But yeah, man, I think that series for me, easily the best series I've watched in my life because it hit so close to home with me being a huge Melo fan and all that. With Melo being
Mm.
so close to the NBA Finals and just like you said, it was a fucking dogfight. Like Melo and Kobe, they did not back down. Uh, they were banging all like in the paint and shit like that,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, Melo gained Kobe's respect that series. They were friends earlier because of the Olympics and shit, but just
Yeah.
that series I always go back to, and I go back to it in a what if scenario, but also just kind of to watch those two guys fucking go at it like I really haven't seen any two guys go at it in my NBA fanhood life. So as we've heard, the NBA is postponing the Lakers Clippers game
Yeah.
tomorrow night to a later date, which means the Lakers' first home game is going to be Friday night at the Staples Center against
Yeah.
Carmelo
Yeah.
Anthony and the Blazers. So just want to get your kind of prediction on what that's going to be like. What can you expect from that game, and just your overall thoughts on what's going to happen Friday?
Man, just thinking about if the game was tomorrow, man, I don't think I probably would be able to handle it,
Yeah,
man. So I'm kind of glad that they did cancel the game, and we haven't heard from Bron yet. So like, man, just to see him Friday against the Blazers, man, it's gonna be like kind of just like crazy, man. It's gonna bring, I think, just gonna bring back all the feelings from yesterday, like when you
yeah,
fight, like when you first find out. So I just, I don't know how it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be like, full of emotions and stuff like that, man. So I'm just gonna try to watch and try to, not to cry as much, man, because I know I probably was gonna get, teary eyed and stuff like that, man. So I think Friday is just gonna be just like a crazy, environment, man. I
yeah,
kind of like, compare it to like when LeBron when he went to the Heat and kind of like went back to
to
Cleveland for
Cleveland.
the
Yeah,
first time, just like the crazy emotions and feelings that was involved in that game, And so like just to see the Lakers that Friday and just I've been seeing like people like wear like the 8 and 24, so just to see what they come up with
Yeah.
Friday and stuff like that, man, it's just gonna be like it's gonna be a thing to see, man, but you don't want to see it at the same time.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. So while we're talking about the Lakers team, do you think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that this team's going to win it all?
Man, you can say that. You can say that. And it's like kind of like the stars are aligned now for them to win. So it's just like, you know, I think they do pull it off. Even before
I
this
think
thing
so too.
happened, I thought they were gonna pull it off. So even now, man, with just doing it for Kobe, man, I just it's just kind of like all just like lines up, and the whole do it for Kobe, and
Yeah.
the city of Los Angeles, and what Kobe meant to the city, man. It's just kind of like just like that, something that you see in the movies or something like that. So I just I picked them before this happened. So I mean I can't not switch up now. So yeah.
All right, DQ. So we've reached the end of the podcast, and we always like to give our guests an opportunity to control the narrative about whatever it is that they want to control the narrative about, whether it's Carmelo Anthony or Kobe Bryant or LeBron or Michael Jackson, like literally anything. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you, what do you want to control the narrative about?
Man, it's just like with the passing of Kobe, man. It's just like, man, we just gotta like appreciate people, man, while they're here, man. We just gotta like just appreciate people more, and just try to like put one person above the other, and just bring people down and stuff like that, man. And I know I spent my days, my younger days, debating about, man, Kobe is better than LeBron,
Yeah.
or and then having people like tell me LeBron's better than Kobe, X, Y, and Z, and this and that, man. And just like beefing with LeBron fans and stuff like that, and fan bases like having this beef and stuff like that, man. And for it's like kind of like a crazy thing, man, because like Kobe's like last words were about congratulating LeBron. And so like knowing that, and just it just kind of like makes everything that LeBron and Kobe fans, and even other fans of other players that put against each other, it just make it all just like, man, why do we do it? Why do we do this type of thing? So it's like, man, we just gotta appreciate the players, man, and appreciate people while they're here, and just appreciate greatness, man, from all around, man, because it might just be one day where one of these people might be gone that we're watching and we take for granted. And I know, like, with Kobe's passing, just like, man, you don't expect Kobe to pass, man. Even him
Right.
being in the crash, you expect, like, man, it's Kobe. Kobe going Kobe would be the person that would get out walking and something like that,
Right.
man. So it's like, man, we just gotta appreciate people while they're here, and just just cherish your loved ones, man, and just cherish the people around you, and just do whatever you want to do, and do it to the fullest, man. And just we can't sit and wait, because time is not on our side. And like just with Kobe's passing, man, we just gotta just do everything, maximize opportunities, and maximize the time that we do have, man. So it's just like control what you can control, and just do it to the best of your ability, man. And that's all you really can do. And so you can hang your hat on, and that's what Kobe did for 41 years, and
Yep.
man, he left his impact, man. And that's what legends do. And it just it makes you think about, like, man, how I'm gonna leave my impact. And so like you can't wait till tomorrow to okay, I'm gonna start you know to do what I gotta do to leave my legacy right now. Tomorrow I'll start next week. It's like, man, you gotta go now. You gotta do it now, and you just gotta, if you're gonna do it, dedicate it. Have your Mamba mentality, and I feel like now that everybody can like just have a piece of the Mamba mentality with them in everything that they do, and just gotta maximize and appreciate everything that's around us, man. And that's how we can control the narrative, man. That's how we can control that. For real.
Word, man. Well said. Well said. That was nice, bro. So yeah, uh, that was dope, bro. So appreciate you taking some time out of your night, first off, and this busy kind of what is it?
Yeah, man. I'm actually at work.
Are
Actually, man,
you?
I work. Yeah, man. I'm an editor, man, at this at a news station, man. So I've been like, it's been kind of crazy too all day, man, because I've been like just editing and writing stuff about
Word.
Kobe all day. So it's like, man, it's kind of just it's been a rough day. So me
Yeah.
doing this, right here, just kind of like just took my mind, off of it for a second. So
Word.
I really appreciate you, man.
Of course, man.
Appreciate
Of course, and we'll definitely keep in touch and stay connected and all that shit.
you for sure,
Again,
man.
appreciate you taking some time out and talking a little bit about your idol growing up and all that. So
For sure,
yeah,
man.
thanks
For
for
sure.
joining, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.